Hi, my name's Christine and I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I own a alternative lifestyle club named Wonderlands, and today we are talking about, can swinging fix cheaters? It doesn't. I know. Somebody's gonna get pissed off at me, but when I'm time and time again, I've been proven right. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Somebody will say, no, that's not true, but I'm talking like hardcore, like hide it from your first wife, hide it from your girlfriends, hide it from your second wife, hide it from your third wife, hide it from your next girlfriend. Cheating. Like habitual. I don't think habitual cheaters can be fixed with swinging. Besides, you shouldn't use swinging to fix anything. That's just it in a nutshell. You shouldn't use swinging to fix. You should already have a good standing relationship. You shouldn't need to fix it. If you have something that you need to fix and you're using swinging, I try not to show too much cleavage because at least more it's imagination then, right? You shouldn't use swinging to fix your relationship. That's not safe, sane, or consensual. It's not sane. It's not safe. It's just, you shouldn't use it. Boy. No. There's a lot of stuff that happens. If you, first of all, let's just go back. Let's just say that you're somebody thinking about getting into the lifestyle, right? Because your significant other, whether it be whatever type of relationship you have, if you're whomever, that person, that we'll just call them your primary, has cheated on you habitually. Let's just say habitually. Or they have cheated habitually in the past. I'm sorry. I've been told this before, but you're the one. I mean, it's just something that some people just are programmed to do. They're not programmed to be in these monogamous relationships. But the problem is that they won't fucking admit that or maybe they do want to be in this monogamous relationship. I don't know. It's like an addiction. And sometimes at that point, it just becomes an addiction, I think. Especially if they've done it from like a young age to well into their 40s. I mean, after 40, if you're still doing it, it's going to take a life-altering experience to change you. Really, it is. And somebody can say, oh, I can change it. Yeah, you can change a habit in 3 weeks. Habit and habitual are two different things. That's the problem. And when it becomes habitual, it's like a drug user. I'm a recovering addict. Man, when I drive by that Cocoa Pebble in Albuquerque, we have a cereal factory. Man, makes my mouth water. So when you're dealing with this thing, it's lifelong. So if you have a habitual addicted cheater, they're always going to be a cheater. They're just like a drug addict, we always run the risk of relapsing. An alcoholic always runs the risk of relapsing. Cheaters always run the risk of relapsing. You got to understand addiction, and that's not in my scope of practice, but addiction is it changes your hardwire. It's crazy. It's insanity. So no, you can't use swinging. Doesn't fix cheaters. It doesn't. And I had to go into the whole if you're in the lifestyle. First of all, cheating in the lifestyle is a big no. Oh, I just snapped. My board wasn't behind me, but my freaking Velcro is. It's ugly. I should take it off. Just because the deception. I mean, and when you're in the lifestyle, if you're labeled as a cheater in the lifestyle, a lot of people won't. They'll stay away from you. It's like a scarlet letter. And some people are gonna say, no, it's not. Motherfucker, you all know that fucking is. It's like fucking putting your hands on somebody that you didn't ask for permission in BDSM. Well, even in the lifestyle. You get labeled as a predator no matter in BDSM, poly, swing, you're done for, pretty much. And it's really hard to recover from things like that. It's really hard to recover reputations in the lifestyle if you've cheated or whatever, lied, stolen, did something crazy. They like to clack clack. They're like clackety clacks. They like to talk, which of course who doesn't? It's called water cooler talk. We all fucking do it. Doesn't matter. Everybody sits there, and if anybody says that they don't, they're a fucking liar. We all like what happened with that? So it's just, I think that the reason why it's such a big deal is because swingers, BDSM, it's all about communication, it's all about transparency, it's all about honesty. And if you don't have that ability, then you're out. Not only that, it's mutually agreed upon decisions between people, and it's not just negotiations. Mutually agreed upon decisions are a type of negotiation. So, if you don't know about negotiation, you should. But because, it's about, no deception, no deceit. It's about honesty, being who you are, being transparent, being honest, and stuff like that. Now, granted, jealousy and insecurity will creep in. That's human. That's something totally different. We're talking about honor and honorable. If you can't be transparent, why bother? Get a divorce. Be single. Masturbate. But don't hurt people. That's just wrong. So anyways, consensus says that cheaters are liars. And people in the swinging community, BDSM community, any community under the umbrella, people in life don't like liars. And liars in the community are people that really just haven't got permission from their partner. Now, breaking up for 3 or 4 days and then getting back together with your significant other is cowardly. And it is cheating. And people are like, well, we were broken up. Okay, Ross, from Friends. No. You should be over a person before you get with another person. Don't just cast your net out. First of all, that's just fucking a whole lot of people. A whole lot of people. And if you leave a relationship, you need to make sure that fucking relationship is finalized before you start hurting a whole lot of fucking people. And I'm talking a whole lot of people. Because a lot of people it's a ripple effect. It affects a lot of people. It affects all kinds of things. Jobs, careers, the animals, pets, kids, friends. It's horrible. Cheating is a horrible thing. So, I mean, it breaks it just breaks the trust of so many people and so many things. So, you have to have that foundation of honesty and transparency. If you don't, you shouldn't be swinging, which is why me and my ex never swung, because there was not honesty and transparency in that fucked up relationship. Okay, moving on. So I got asked if swinging cures bad sex. I mean, I've had some pretty good sex when I was in the swinging community, mainly with my partners. So But more for me, it's the foreplay, not the actual intercourse. I don't like having intercourse with a bunch of people around, but I will do the foreplay. I love this show. I do. But the rest of it I like to do in private. But I still think that you still have to have that good foundation. I mean, yeah, it just amplifies what you already have. What you already have, it just like, whew, it amplifies it. I think that swinging does not cure bad sex. I just think that if a person is sexually unsatisfied, they're just gonna be sexually unsatisfied with so many different people. Doesn't matter who you add in. Now, the encounter, it depends on if you're talking foreplay or sex. If you're talking foreplay, oh my god, there's so much you can do with foreplay. But if you're talking like somebody has erectile dysfunction, I would say if they're having bad sex with somebody, it's probably because you're really not a matchup. I think that almost all people are good at sex with the right person. With the wrong person, they're terrible. I don't know. Maybe. I think that it's more important if you're having issues in the bedroom, you might want to work on those first. You should always just come in with. You should work on that first and try to find something else. You might sit down and be like, is it just like you're not attracted to me? We're not compatible sexually? What's the deal? Maybe that might be the problem. You have to have sexual compatibility to have good sex. I would think. That's a little. Wow. Yeah. So, I'm just reading all my notes because, so insecurities in the lifestyle. So, I have experienced insecurities. I didn't until like when I started getting into the club aspect of it. That was when I had problems. I think it was just more mentality of people too, and you see things when you're a club owner. You see things and you're like, well, you see things like on a regular. You're watching too many things. Where when you're in a club and you're a patron of it, you don't see how people really act week after week, how much they drink, the silliness, the little spats and the little arguments and all that stuff. So as a club owner, you get to see things. So it kind of like, it just changes your perspective on how you look at people. But, and I can tell you, insecurities don't fix themselves. I think a lot of things are, especially in like a relationship, if you're still constantly being facing that insecurity, like one partner is insecure and the other partner is feeding that insecurity by keeping a certain person around, still communicating with that person, they're feeding that insecurity. And granted, I don't think anybody should choose nobody should give the ultimatum of you can't be friends with that person because that person makes me insecure, unless that person that is doing things, you have a relationship between A and B and you got X over here, person X trying to manipulate shit to come in between A and B. I mean, that person has to go. And if you know that that person is doing that kind of shit, like manipulating, and you know for a fact now that person is manipulating the situation, that person is not anybody's friends. That person is a manipulator, and they are trying to manipulate a relationship. And I'm sorry, I have a hard limit about that. I get rid of fucking friends when they start manipulating shit. I had a friend of 30 years who tried to put her 2 cents into my relationship, and I mean, we were kids, and I was like, see ya, we want to be ya, because that's not the type of person that's really a friend to anybody. No, you had to support me. I don't care. I might be making the wrong decisions, but still. But in the same breath, I was making the wrong decisions. So she was kind of right, but she went about it the wrong way, which is what I had a problem with. So, insecurities do not fix themselves. People fix insecurities, and the things that you do, and the way that you take things, and where you go with them. And it takes two people to make one person insecure, and it takes two people to fix one person's insecurity. So you guys might want to take that into consideration. And somebody's going to say, well, why am I responsible? Because, and I understand, some people are just crazy, crazy, crazy jealous. Like, insane. Like, they're just 3 rockers over insanity. And they're just rocking back and forth. But if you're looking at a person that doesn't have a history of this, like has been secure in other relationships, wasn't jealous in other relationships, didn't have security in other relationships, had been in the lifestyle successfully in other relationships, you had a problem. Because past repeats past continuously. We're habitual. And people don't become like overnight insecure. It happens over time. Something is happening over time, eating away at this person. Now, if somebody they're habitual, because it's like a habitual liar, a habitual cheater, manipulation can become addictive. It can be. And so can insecurity. Insecurity can become addictive. It really can. So can those people? No, they'll probably always be insecure, just like a drug addict. But if they leave the relationship and that insecurity is gone, and it peeks its head up a little bit, because we all have PTSD. If it peeks its head up a little bit in relationships, but if you can stay pretty well flatlined for the most of the time, but then that person comes back into your life and you get boiling, it's probably that person. So take that into consideration. Insecurities could be people related instead of situational. I fucking love Kool-Aid. I was not allowed to have Kool-Aid when I was a kid. It was apple juice, orange juice, milk, and every now and then I was allowed to have cream soda, Shasta cream soda, and A&W root beer. But other than that, it's fucking juice or milk or water. Drank a lot of water when I was a kid. Fucking hate water now. Everybody, all of this stuff, cheating, lying, insecurity, all this stuff is signs of immaturity. Temporary insanity is what I would like to call it. Because children are not sane. They don't have maturity to, and some adults are not sane. They're not very mature. And with that, sometimes I act immature though. Just because, it's fun. It takes a lot for me to act too immature like a kid, but I'm just rambling on. Yeah, swinging doesn't prevent people from breaking up. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter what. Okay, so I think I've rambled on enough. 20 minutes. I don't even know if I did. I think I got some good information in here. This is just like a rambling on. I was trying to keep my shit less than 8 minutes. I went to 20. Guys, have a great day. I hope that just be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Um, Fucking, I don't know. Ladies, go buy a red lipstick. Every woman should have a red lipstick.